3, 2, 1, sink. It's red. Like a kitchen sink.
Get it? And then we're in sync when we did it.
So, are we supposed to let that sink in?
Anyways, let's start the show. Let's start the episode. Woo. All right, ready?
I've been ready. I've already started like 5 times.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our 4th episode of our series, the show where we take GP and have them review and quiz them on their favorite roller coasters. I'm your enthusiast host, Brayden.
And I'm your know-nothing GP Cosmic, and your favorite pinecone... Gerstlauer!
Gerslauer?
Gerslauer.
Go slower!
Go slower! Gerstlauer the coaster cone. The coaster gnome.
Isn't that one?
Yeah.
The coaster gnome is the name of the YouTube channel.
The coaster cone!
Okay.
It's maybe like the coaster gnome.
And I'm your know-nothing GP...
No, we gotta start from the top.
No, we just cut it. We could just cut it.
This has been the greatest intro yet.
Why did that entire box fall?
This is fantastic B-roll.
The box just fell.
That's great context, Brayden. Thank you.
And I'm your know-nothing GP Cosmic, and your favorite pinecone Gerstlauer, the coaster cone. Not the gnome. That's the name of this channel.
Yes. And introducing our special guest for the day, Joel Circo. Joel, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, and what your favorite roller coaster is?
So I'm Joel, like you said, and there's a few things I do. I work at camp as a guest host and a activities manager and a course site manager. There you go. Yeah, my brain thought there was extra words in there somehow. It's been a long day. I also have my own podcast called Curious Joel, where I talk to people about their passion and what gets them into it and all that stuff.
Link in the description, specifically to my episode.
Go listen to that.
Yeah, I did an interview of you about being a roller coaster enthusiast. So yeah.
All right, for sure. Go check it out. It's really a great podcast. The whole thing you should really watch.
Thank you.
Yes. Moving on. So your favorite roller coaster is?
Oh, right. Sorry, you did ask that, and I totally just.
No worries. Yes.
So he asked me this question a while ago, and I was thinking about it, and it's really close. Second is shoot, I keep forgetting this. Panther.
Panther. Coaster. Coaster. Panther. Coaster. Coaster. Coaster.
Jaguar.
Jaguar. There we go. I like second guessing.
Basically the same thing. They're just like different colors. They're the same species, right?
They're closely related.
One put on a different skin, you know?
But yeah.
Shmeb, you like the racist.
I didn't mean to start a whole debate about this. But it is just barely beat out by Ghostrider.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is my favorite.
So Ghostrider is the one we're talking about today. So the first question I have to ask you is, in general, compared to other coasters, what really makes Ghostrider stand out?
I like, there's a few things I like about it. One is that it's more enclosed. I feel safer riding Ghostrider than I do any other roller coaster I've ridden.
That's
because you're like, half the time you're inside like the structure.
Yeah.
And there's not like any like hard like lifts that like, except for they updated it recently and I wasn't as happy with it.
Hold on, stop. Kyler, your hand's gonna be in the shot.
It's not in the shot.
Your hand's gonna be
My
in the
hand is in the shot. You're right.
Bruh. You win. You win.
It's okay.
My bad.
Alright. Okay.
What are you doing?
Shame.
Oh.
Shame. Alrighty. So.
Just like rotating it out the corner of my eye.
Okay. So.
Everybody stop. Gerstlauer is rotating.
Not a rotating pine cone. It's my greatest fear.
You rotated.
So I would say that one of my favorite things about Ghostrider is that, unlike any other roller coaster I've ridden, which isn't a lot, but most of the ride you're actually like inside the structure.
Yeah.
So you're not like just like sitting on like a single rail just flying around. You're like most of the time you're encased in like wood. So if you fly anywhere, which I know is not likely, but my brain, I'm scared of certain things, and that's one of them is like roller coasters randomly derailing.
Right.
But even if we did, there would be a lot of wood things to stop us, so we don't just like whoosh.
Fly off into the abyss.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're not going anywhere.
No, absolutely not.
The other thing I like about it is, even though it's a high thrill ride, there's not a lot of just like throw you out of your seat and come back down.
Yeah.
They did change that a little bit recently when they updated it. There's two things that have a little bit more lift than they usually do.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't too happy about. But in general, I still like the fact that like it's enclosed for a lot of it. You still get the top ride, and you also, it's a lot of fun without having to like, hey, are you gonna leave your seat?
I don't know. and that's interesting because for me that feeling is what makes rides and Ghostrider my favorite in the world, right? And so it's funny to have the different sort of comparison there. And also, I think it does entirely depend on where you sit in the train. If you sit like in the middle, you're gonna get not as much of that lift sensation. So
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Was Ghostrider your favorite before they added it so there was more lift in it?
I never rode it before the renovation.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I never rode it before the renovation. So I have only experienced it
With the lift.
with yeah, and the renovation.
So what are your thoughts on the overall experience of like the lines of Ghostrider?
Ghostrider still has one of the longest lines that I'm still willing to sit through.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's lacking in just like experience.
Yeah.
Because like it's just like, hey, you're in a building.
Yep.
It's like
okay.
No, it has some, like-
wait, hold on. There's TVs though.
Yes, there's
with
TVs.
random ads on it.
Yes, completely.
It's like
there's also some cobwebs, which really does add to the minor.
It's cobwebs.
It really adds to the aesthetic.
Cobwebs, though.
But
Like-
it still adds to the aesthetic.
but compare that to like what's the I always forget what it's called because it wasn't that last time. But the old Iron Reef.
Oh, Berry Tales.
Berry Tales. That line is so immersive.
Yes.
Like
for
you're
sure.
watching characters like travel between TVs and like there's like things down there and like there's
Yeah.
noises behind things.
For sure.
Like Ghostrider comparatively is just kind of like you're inside.
Yep. And
It's
that's
like that's it. Like
no,
I'm gonna be
it's-
inside and watch ads.
I mean,
And
it's
it's hotter in here than it is outside.
Well, but there's not direct sun.
Yeah,
I will give them that.
Yes. At least it's not direct sound. Hey, at least when you walk into the entrance, you get to walk through like a cave.
That's like 2 seconds.
It is 2 seconds. It's like 2 seconds.
The line's never there. Like
Yeah.
it's always like, bloop.
Exactly.
Okay, now we're staying in the sun for a while. Then we
Yeah.
go through a building for a little bit. Then we're there, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, exactly. It's not
It's
the
not
most
an
like
experience.
No, it's not. It's just
But it's something I'm still willing to go through.
Mhm.
Sadly, to go on Ghostrider.
yes, exactly, because the ride is so good.
It is really good.
All right. So, what are your opinions on the restraints of Ghostrider? Like the way it like holds you in. Do you find it comfortable? Do you find it uncomfortable?
I'm trying to remember what they are right now. Is it the seatbelt and then the
Yeah,
the,
seatbelt and then the pull-down lap bar. And
Pull
got
down,
the
yeah.
cushy sort of couch-like seats.
I think the update made it more comfortable. I don't think it was uncomfortable before that.
Right.
I mean, the fact that I don't really think about it, I would say is good.
Yes.
As someone that has a fear of heights and stuff like that, like
Right.
the fact that I'm not like, because like there's other coasters that I could think of that I'm like, those were sketchy or like
Yeah.
that was interesting.
Yeah.
The fact that they're not a thing,
Right.
I think means that it was pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
It's really comfortable.
It's comfortable. It's not like, you know, if you got this like bulky restraint, it can kind of make you feel like, oh my gosh, this ride has so much forces, it needs all of this, right? And it can maybe get your mind like racing and stuff. Whether it's like a simple lap bar, it's sort of like, oh, okay, you know, this ride is like, you know, it doesn't need
Right.
all that. Even if you know, rides with big bulky restraints often don't
Sure.
really need those, you know.
Yeah.
It's the way it makes your mind work. I think it's very interesting.
Yeah.
So kind of describe like the basic layout of Ghostrider in general.
Like the coaster itself.
Yes.
Yes.
It's as best you can.
Like as best you can, just kind of like basically take us through the ride.
So you sit down
Yeah.
after the whole blah line.
Yeah.
And you sit in this coaster, and then it just kind of goes, and then you get off later. No, I'm kidding.
And then it just goes, and you get off. That's
like
It's just like it drops a little bit and then loops around and then you're done.
it's like kitty
Yeah,
cat.
like, you just sit down,
Yeah.
and the ride just happens, and then you get out. Like,
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I have to do.
That's pretty much
Man, I haven't been on it enough times that I have it like memorized.
Right.
I know that one of the things that first attracted me to it, besides this giant wooden coaster, is the fact that it goes outside the park.
Yeah.
And I know that there's like this really cool part where you're like up and you're like out on the edge of it, and you can kind of see like
the city and stuff.
the city. You can see like the parking lot. You also can see a decent chunk of the park too.
Yeah.
And like I said, it kind of doubles back on itself a lot, where it's like going through the structure itself.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know enough about it, and like I was even looking at the thing like a few minutes ago. I'm like, I still have no idea.
Yeah, the nano coaster right here got a where is it?
That one, right?
Right here.
It's the
Yeah.
L-shape.
It's the L shape right here.
Yes.
Ghostrider nano coaster right here. That's the whole layout.
Oh, I totally forgot that there's like a little tight turn right there.
Oh yeah, that's the end helix. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
In just
Like I said, I've ridden a few times. I think
Yeah.
I've probably ridden like 4 times, maybe.
yeah,
5,
that's
something like that. But I still like. I wouldn't be able to tell you like, oh yeah, my favorite part is the.
right. Which is very interesting because that's actually our next question. What's your favorite part of Ghostrider?
I mean, like I said, aside from the aforementioned like view that you get, like I mean, I guess okay, if I'm really thinking about it, like that up, like you're sitting there, you have that view, and then you just kind of go down, and you kind of like loop down like that, kind of like it's like kind of a smooth bump all the way down, and that's pretty fun. I really do enjoy that, and that's I think the spot that I can't tell what's happening next the most.
That's fair. Yeah.
Because like it's all blocked off by said wooden structure.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So my next sort of question is basically I don't know if you even remember it, but one of the most talked about moments of Ghostrider is right here after this turn, this drop off the mid-course is what it's called. And in the back, a lot of people say that's where it gives the most airtime or the most lift sensation is this drop right here. I don't know if you remember that drop at all, but if you do, what are your thoughts on it?
See, so I think the last time I rode it, it was with you. And I don't remember that giving as much lift as like I think there's like 2 or 3 like just
like bunny hills almost. Yeah.
They're like really small, but because of the speed that you're going at,
they launch
those give the most lift.
Yeah.
More than that other thing, because I don't remember the other drop giving that much lift.
Gotcha.
But I do remember the smaller, like the little bumps, like. But because of the speed that you're at, they give a lot of lift, and now that's where I was like, this wasn't here last time.
Yeah, they definitely, when they renovated it, they definitely came through and reprofiled some of those hills that they give more of that feeling.
Yeah.
So the other question, the last question I was sort of going to ask you is, I don't know if you remember, but the other most talked about part of Ghostrider is this turn right here, this sort of very long left-hand turn where you're sort of pinned to the train the whole time, if you remember it. Because it's unbanked the entire time. It's sort of the last section of the ride. If you remember it, what are your thoughts on that section? It was fun.
I mean...
no, that's fair. Yeah.
Well, the trajectory that we were on...
Right.
It was a fun part of the coaster.
Yeah.
I don't know if to be on that.
Right. No, that's totally a fair answer. All right. So I guess ending it all, sort of overall with Ghostrider as a whole, as a ride, how many wooden supports out of 10 wooden supports would you rate Ghostrider?
Sorry, my brain started calculating things because I thought you were going to ask about how many wooden supports there are, and I was like...
No, just like a rating out of 10.
Gotcha.
That's just the figure I'm using.
So I heard his hands do something, and I was like, what is he doing?
He's holding up how many he thinks he's going to rate. He's guessing. He's gonna put down his fingers when you rate it.
Oh, okay.
You know,
cool. Well, he's gonna be disappointed because give it a 10 out of 10.
Oh, he gets to hold his
I
fingers up.
can keep them up. Let's go.
That's his dream. He just wants to hold his fingers up for the rest of his life.
I'm not. Come on.
Alrighty.
Brayden.
Let's go.
Let's go. Moving on from the Ghostrider review section, we are now going to quiz you, Joel, on Ghostrider, and our GP host over here, Josh, is going to play along with you.
I get to play a game.
He gets to play along with you.
Dude,
So we're going to go to the quiz right now. Alrighty, we are loading into the quiz, and the game pin is popping up. If you want to play at home, I'll have a link in the description to play along. You can watch the whole video and get all the answers right, and beat all these people because you watched the video first. If that's what you want to do. So these two have loaded in, and we're gonna start the Ghostrider quiz. Are you ready?
No.
No. Gerslauer, we have to take Gerslauer out of the room because he's the biggest enthusiast.
Here.
And he whispers to Josh all the answers.
He whispers to me all the answers.
So
That's how I won last time.
It's
That's how I
good.
won Garrett's.
Playing
You guys have a minute
cheaters.
to answer all the questions. What is Ghostrider made out of? Wood, steel, marble, or glass?
I won.
I'm sorry, how do I have to like look
Yes,
at
you have to look at mine. It
Oh, okay,
says,
I'm
yes.
looking
No worries. Wood,
at Red
steel,
Diamond!
yes, wood, steel, marble, or glass.
Okay.
Honestly, just thinking about a glass roller coaster makes me terrified.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
I would never go near a glass coat. Sorry, the glass like bridges at people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nope.
Like those things that are like over the cliffs and you can see that like
Yeah.
Dude,
That's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, no, that's super scary. All right, at this point, you guys both have the. Oh no, Cosmic has a little more points because he answered first.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, question number 2: how tall is Ghostrider? You have a minute to
At least
answer.
2.
At least 2 feet.
At
Is it
least
100?
two.
Is it 113 feet, 125 feet, or 118 feet?
At least 3 cameramans.
Yeah, it is at least 3. It's at least 3 cameramans.
Okay, I was wrong.
All right,
We're both
Oh,
both of you
hey.
are wrong. It is
Yeah.
100.
Yeah, let's go.
It is 118 feet tall.
It's an awkward number to be.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is. It is a pretty awkward.
Hey,
number.
Knots, fix your coaster.
Make it taller. Make it 120.
Make
Make
it
it
120, 125?
Yeah, that'd be great. Just fix it.
118.
All right, this true or false? Ghostrider was fully retracted in 2013. True or false? It is false. Ghostrider was fully retracted in 2015 through 2016. Just your face.
You tricked us. You tricked us.
He did. That was a. You didn't tell me there were gonna be trick questions.
Gerslauer, get back in here.
Ghostrider.
Hey, he's coming right here.
Little did you know, Gerslauer's still in here.
He's not whispering. He's not whispering. I can hear him.
He wants you to fail the quiz. All right.
See,
You guys are at the
I
same.
think I'm getting rushed because there's bonus points for answering first.
Yes.
So you're like, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that
wait a
one.
minute.
Yes. Okay. Quiz. How fast is Ghostrider? Is Ghostrider 42 miles an hour, 56 miles an hour, 47 miles an hour, or 59 miles an hour?
At least speedy enough.
It is speedy enough.
It is
It is
56.
56 miles an hour. Josh got it. Gerslauer be whispering.
Now that I know he's in here.
Okay, can I just yell really loud after you start saying things so he can't hear the whisper?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to-
Alrighty. It is
I gotta put him in the bag.
Put him in the bag. Put him in the bag.
don't lose him.
No, we can't.
Okay,
that
good,
back.
good.
Yes, yes.
Put him over there.
Yeah, put him over there.
So
Yeah.
Mr. Cosmic will can't be all cheating.
Yes, you can't be cheating with Gerslauer whispers.
Gerslauer.
In the bag. Alright. Next question. Question 5 out of 10. What year did Ghostrider open? Did Ghostrider open in 2001, 1999, 1998, or 2000? 1998.
Yes.
Nice
I
job.
read a poster while I was in
Gerslauer.
Rants.
Oh, nice. You read a poster? And you
I read a poster and it was 19 something. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think it was 99,
Yeah.
so.
1998. That is what it is at. You don't quite search ahead. I was gonna say you search ahead. You don't quite search ahead. More like a weak push towards the finish line. Alrighty, Cosmic is still in the lead with 1,936. True or false? Ghostrider features inversions. False. It is false.
Does not.
It does not
No.
feature
What are
inversions.
inversions then?
Inversions are when you
When
go
you go
upside
upside
down.
down.
And I hate inversions. I would not write it.
Gerslauer, you failed me.
Didn't work.
Gerslauer.
Guess what that means.
Gerslauer.
First place.
Take him out of the back.
Exactly.
Take him out of the back.
Joel surges into first
Take him out of
place.
the back. Put him on my head. Put him on my head.
Put him on his head. Putting Gerstlauer on his head.
If you
Okay.
drop him, he's in trouble.
You are.
It's okay, I've already thrown him twice.
He has
On
thrown him on the floor twice.
the first episode, I threw him
Yes.
twice.
Alrighty.
I would never do it too.
Next question. Quiz, 7 out of 10. How long is Ghostrider's track? Is Ghostrider 5,458 feet, 3,996 feet, 4,782 feet, or it is 4,053 feet? 4,530. Oh my gosh!
I still care about you.
Gerstlauer just
Put
got
him back in the
Right here,
bag.
right here, right
bag.
No!
Put him back in the
No!
Gerstlauer's lying.
Gerstlauer doesn't deserve to be in the
I will
bag.
protect Gerstlauer.
Gerstlauer is telling Joel the answers.
He likes Joel better. He likes Joel because he doesn't throw it across the room.
Put you in the bag.
Yeah, I don't throw him across the room.
That's why he's telling him the
That's
answer.
on, that's on
I'll
you.
put you in the bag.
Hey, guess what? Hey, Brayden shows him the bag.
This is from the bag. Next question. Curious Joel's in the lead, and he has the highest answer streak right now out of all the people playing. So that's pretty impressive.
Whoa.
Where did Gerstlauer
Step
go?
up your game, bro.
You know what? Shut up.
Next question. Question 8 out of 10. Ghostrider is Ghostrider is manufactured by CCI, renovated by GCI, RCCA, renovated by the Gravity Group renovated by RCCA, or GCI, renovated by CCI.
Bless you.
Is Gerstlauer an answer?
Gerstlauer is not an answer.
What is Gerstlauer manufactured by?
Pine cones.
Pine cones.
Pine tree.
I'm pretty sure it's.
I have no idea.
It is CCI, renovated by
I
GCI.
guessed.
Put Gerstlauer in the bag.
Gerstlauer goes back in the bag. He's whispering it.
He's whispering to Joel.
I'm really good at guessing.
Definitely good at guessing.
It's totally not Gerstlauer.
Hey, that was my first guess. Okay? Just
You
wasn't
have
an
4
option.
correct answers in a row. That's a hot streak. Right here.
How dare you? How dare you be better
Quiz
than
time.
your own quiz?
What wood does Ghostrider use on his track? Northern cedar with some dark walnut, ponderosa pine with some snakewood, blue spruce with some Australian beoak, southern yellow pine with some Brazilian ipe wood. It is southern yellow pine with some Brazilian ipe wood.
Pine!
We both got it wrong.
And you both guessed the same thing.
You did? Really?
Yep, you both guessed
We did.
northern cedar with some dark walnut.
I just figure like cedar's a common thing and knots. Like there's
When
this
in
cedar
doubt-
orchids.
points.
When in doubt, guess Gerstlauer's manufacturer.
Unfortunately, Gerstlauer's not an answer on this one.
But mine is.
I don't think he's yellow. You're not yellow.
Good point, it is pine.
But there's also ponderosa
Oh
pine.
yeah, the ponderosa pine.
So that doesn't
Southern
narrow
yellow
it down
pine.
very much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get better.
It is southern yellow pine in most parts with some Brazilian ipe.
Smells
wood
like
to reinforce
ants.
the-
It smells like Gerstlauer.
Smells like Gerstlauer.
It's like ants.
The answer is southern yellow pine with some Brazilian ipe wood. That's the answer.
Gotcha.
To reinforce the height. Why are you showing the
Gerstlauer's the
Gerstlauer's on the
cameraman now.
camera.
Gerstlauer's the cameraman. You've been replaced. Get out.
Wait, hold on. Gerstlauer doesn't have fingers. Can't operate a touchscreen.
Gerstlauer's good enough.
Dude, if
How dare you?
even the cameraman says you can replace him.
Alright. Next, final question.
What's the final
It's the
answer?
final
You're
question.
gonna have to get it like right
Quiz.
super fast.
This one is worth double points.
Right.
Who is the best Ghostrider? Is it Nicolas Cage, Nicolas Cage, Nicolas Cage, or Nicolas Cage?
Wait, how is Nicolas
Red
Cage?
Nicolas Cage, obviously because
blue
he's
one.
the Ghostrider.
And
Gerstlauer.
they are all correct. You guys.
Let's go! Yeah, baby!
Bam!
Nicolas Cage.
No, it's not. 4,500.
Wait,
No,
did
you
you
put him
pick
in
the
the
same
bag.
Nicolas Cage? Did
What?
you pick red Nicolas Cage? Or?
I picked blue.
He picked blue
Nicolas
Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
Yes, let's look
Pick
at
Nicolas
the
Cage.
final podium.
You should
Drum
have third
roll.
place.
Sorry, it
In
says
third
drum roll.
place, we have Gerstlauer the Pine Cone in third place. In second place, we have Cosmic.
I got 3
And
right.
in first place, we have Curious Joel with a total of 6,400.
600.
Only 600.
6,000.
I got 3,000, you got 600. I win.
Anyone?
I win.
Apparently the computers can't do basic math. 3,600. 600 wins, obviously.
Exactly. No, 6,471 points. Good job, Joel. You know
Nice.
Ghostrider. Let's go.
I guessed
Alright.
really well.
You guessed really well. No, Ghostrider was whispering.
You want to guess the Know Nothing GP?
The Know Nothing GP host. Alrighty.
No, no.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of 0 Credits in Counting. I will link Joel's podcast in the description. Go follow him on his podcast and his Instagram, which I will also link in the description. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. You know?
Ghostrider.
Ghostrider.
Curse cauliflower.
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 Curse cauliflower.